Time to BS with Daniel Smooth. The Sports Cave and BS Sessions is presented by our friends over Righteous Fellow Beef Jerky. Are you looking for some smoky flavors of new jerky? Well, come on down and get some Righteous Fellow Beef Jerky, the official jerky of Belly Up Sports and Belly Up Media. Use the promo code BELLYUP and get 15% off your next order at righteousfelon.com and satisfy your taste buds today.
What's up, everyone? It's Daniel Smooth here. I wanted to show you guys a cool thing we're doing. This podcast is sponsored by Canada Dips, the newest lineup to the dip game, but in CBD form. The Canada Dips lineup features products made for every man's lifestyle. All tins are proudly crafted from the hills of Humboldt County in California. It's filled with flavor and will give you that good vibe that CBD brings to the room. So what are you waiting for? Use the promo code BELLYUP20 in all caps at CanadaDips.com for 20% off your next order. That's BELLYUP20 at CanadaDips.com.
It's time to BS.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sports Cave, part of Time to BS with Daniel Smooth. And I'm coming to you from the lovely beaches of Long Island, New York, part of the Belly Up Sports and Belly Up Media Networks. And I'm Daniel Smooth, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get on with the show. So, actually, before we continue with the program, I do want to talk about something real quick. So, me and my lovely fiance saw, finally, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. We started off our movie bingingness with Star Wars and then the first 6 or 7 Harry Potter films. And somewhere in there we watched all 3 How to Train Your Dragon films and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. We have yet to get to The Hobbit, but that's not the point here. So, in the Harry Potter franchise, there's 8 films. And the first 5 thought were, okay, they were good. The first 4 in particular were, oh my god, these are great. Particularly the first 2, maybe 3 films, being The Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, and Prisoner of Azkaban. And then, as you probably have figured out if you've seen the movies, they've gotten progressively more and more dark. And disturbing, rather. Now, I will also say that I was not the biggest Harry Potter fan growing up. I, at the time, only saw up to Order of the Phoenix. So this was my first time seeing these last 3 films. Which is like, oh shit, how about that? Makes me feel sad. How about that? Now, with that being said, I entered the room here knowing, like, okay, I'm not gonna have a lot of high expectations for these for the last 2 films, and I left that movie, The Deathly Hallows Part 2, disappointed. Probably severely disappointed, if I'm being honest here. I was confused. It's been a couple days since I've seen the film. And I've gotten progressively more and more confused as to what was that. It was a very anticlimactic ending to the Harry Potter franchise. It was like well, that was it? That's all you got? Like, you couldn't have done more than that? Like, Voldemort dies, Harry lives. That's it? That's all you got? you could have done more. And that I feel that a lot with movies. Now, if you are a big movie nut like myself, you will know that that period of time was not particularly kind in the movie industry. There were not really a lot of great films in terms of massive fan bases, but you're also competing with the Hunger Games and the Twilight franchise and blah, 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 blah. And it was very dark. But I digress. That movie in particular could have been so much better. Now, in today's filmmaking, Alien Romulus is already the second highest grossing Alien film ever, despite the fact that it was originally supposed to be a release on Hulu, of all places, instead of theaters. See, this is why you still have theaters. This is why you still keep movie theaters around. But this is not time to BS. No, this is the sports game, and you came here to listen to me ramble on sports on the daily. I missed yesterday's show. Wasn't feeling too great. So, made it up for you here for this one. Leon Draisaitl signed an 8-year, $14 million per year deal. An extension, rather, with the Edmonton Oilers. Draisaitl helped the Oilers lead Edmonton to their first Stanley Cup appearance since 2006, where they ultimately lost in 7 to the Florida Panthers. This deal was expected. It was either going to be a ridiculous deal, because let's be honest, they were going to have him be overpaid McDavid, or have him be paid more than Connor McDavid. It just wasn't going to happen. Connor McDavid's going to get like 15, 16 million when his next contract arrives. Because let's be honest, Jim McDavid deserves it. Any penny McDavid wants, he's going to get. Now, at the same point, I don't understand what the Oilers' cap situation is. I don't know what it's going to be like, but at the same point, Edmonton's got a future ahead of them in the Pacific Division and the Western Conference overall, and they should be bouncing back. Well, we hope towards immortality in the Stanley Cup final. Also, the Denver Broncos give corner Pat Surtain a 4-year, $96 million extension, which includes $77.5 million guaranteed. Well deserved. Well deserved, this man. Well deserved. Arguably the best corner in the entire league. It's just a no-brainer. That man is fucking delightful. Also, on a very serious note, Odyssey Jones of the WWE main roster was removed from said WWE roster amid domestic violence reports. And a lot of reports have, come out saying this is not looking good for Jones. He's in the middle of a storyline with the New Day and Karrion Kross, so this is a very tricky road, obviously, because any kind of domestic violence is not tolerated. Any kind of violence isn't tolerated, regardless. And if he is found to be guilty of such crimes, jail, without hesitation. Now, I have some predictions for the Seahawks. Very weird transition. In a few episodes ago of Time to BS with Jack and myself, I said Seattle could finish with the top 5 defense in the NFL. And he hesitated and was like, I don't see it. I'm willing to make a bet. I will bet that Seattle finishes with not only top 5 offense, but a top 5 defense as well. I'm willing to bet they will finish top 5 in both categories. I've never seen an offensive coordinator in Ryan Grubb be as, salivated on as Ryan Grubb has by the media, by the national media of all things. This team's going to be special. I don't think it's going to be the Super Bowl team in 2013 in terms of specialness, but they are very much under the radar club right now, and the Seahawks very well can make a lot of noise this season, and we are a day away as we're recording. Tomorrow is kickoff. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, we fucking made it. And how exciting is that? How exciting is that, ladies and gentlemen? And one more question before we close up shop for the day. What should the Jets do with Robert Saleh? I've seen a lot of Jet fans that are very critical of Saleh, and I don't blame them, because Robert Saleh, let's be honest here, is not the best coach in the world. However, that defense is elite. I don't know if it's Jeff Ulbrich coaching or is it Saleh's coaching, but regardless, if the Jets start off the year 3-5 or 4-4, I think you pull the plug on Saleh. Because it's just, you can't tell me with a straight face that Saleh is the answer long term. Now, for all we know, the Jets could start undefeated. You never know. That's the beauty of how football works. You'd never really fucking know. But there's a lot of Jet fans who I will not name that have said Robert Saleh is a clueless head coach. He doesn't know how to lead. And the worst part is he seems lost. And I agree. I 100% agree. And which sucks is that you want him to succeed with the Jets. Because New York, outside of 2 years with Rex Ryan, haven't really had success at the head coaching position. They really haven't. And that's what sucks about it. Because you have a borderline contender on the Jets for the first time in over 10 years. And you might want to punt on that. It's a shame. It's a real shame. And you wonder to yourself, how much longer is it going to take before the Jets completely just implode? You never know. And Aaron Rodgers could find his way to the Vikings. Complete the cycle of stupidity, ladies and gentlemen. So, that being said, my name is Daniel Smooth. Thanks for tuning into the Sports Cave number 16. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe for more content on this YouTube page, along with Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Good Pods, also available on Belly Up and Friends. Our thanks to our friends over at Belly Up Sports and Belly Up Me for continuing supporting this podcast. My name is Daniel Smooth. I'm coming to you for the lovely beaches of Long Island, New York. And I will see you all in this life and most certainly the next one. Cheers, guys.